Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Abyssal Chronicle. My name is Trick, and joining me today are the usual crew. Got Eric,
Hi.
Drew,
Salutations.
and Molly.
Hello.
Before we get into the topic, how's everybody doing? Anything new and exciting in your lives? Anything like that?
I got a job.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yay, I got
Especially in
hired.
this job market.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
know. And it took me less time to get a job up here than it did down in Dallas.
What was it, like a couple weeks?
Took me, just over 2 weeks, hon?
Yeah, roughly.
Just a little over 2 weeks to finally get the job offer compared to the 4 months that it took me to get one down in Dallas.
That's awesome. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's also a much less saturated,
Yeah, it's a much less
Market.
saturated market up here.
That's also
makes it a
true.
lot easier.
Yeah.
Still, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I start Monday.
You start Monday.
Yes.
Monday.
I start tomorrow. Only for like a brief shift, and then I think I'm going in on Tuesday for something, and then I think I'm just going to be kind of delegated more to the weekends.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be a full-time position?
Only part-time.
I guess that's part-time. Okay.
It's only part-time. Fridays, I don't know what hours he wants me to work on those. Saturdays, he kind of splits it up between two people because it's like a 7 to 7, right? So he usually tries to have somebody do like a 7 to 3, and then he wants to try to maybe have somebody do like a 2 to 7.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And then Sunday, it's usually just one person. It's a 9 to 5.
Makes sense.
Right? It's a good song too.
I'll be right.
But no, I'm excited. The guy,
That's good.
dude, I found out so much shit about this dude. I was telling it to Drew, and I even told Molly. I haven't told you, Trick. I won't say this guy's specific name. But this dude, he goes on to tell me because I was doing my second trial shift on Friday, and he's like, I'm gonna give you the job offer. You know, I'll have you come in Monday and everything. So let me give you a little bit of like a background on me. He goes out to his car, comes back in with this like black folder, right?
Yeah.
And in this black folder, it's full of papers and everything. This dude used to be a professional poker player.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of my reaction too. I was like, what?
Like, and he showed me stat sheets and everything, man. It was insane. And one of the things I can't mention on podcast because I don't want to test that water, but I will type it in the group.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. That could
Yeah.
be easily doxable.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't want to put any doxable info out.
And he also apparently was one of the top 5 like foosball players in the world.
What?
Yes.
That's wild.
That's wild. And then this is the last one. Obviously, don't say it out loud, but
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I remember asking you about that. If that
let
was
me make a slight...
legality of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I make a lot of money off it." I'm just like, "Why the fuck are you here then?"
Something to do.
He's like,
I wish I had
to
that
do.
problem.
He doesn't
right?
have enough size in the place he's staying at now to actually like make it a larger operation. And I was like, "Ah, yeah, that'll do it."
That is fascinating.
It is. And he showed me this whole
Ether.
setup and everything, dude. It's insane. And I'm like, wow, this guy's done so much with his life. I haven't done shit.
I mean, some people just, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm excited to start this job. I start tomorrow. It's gonna be relatively chill for the most part.
Yeah.
But
It'll give you something to do too. That's I think the big
and it's
the
money.
big thing.
The biggest
Apparently I
the
can't
biggest
speak.
part of it is money. It's a source of income. Albeit part-time, it's a source of income though.
Yeah.
But that's it on my end.
That's awesome, though. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to tell anything new on their lives in the span of a week?
I've been slamming my face into the division and work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keeping me busy. Not really doing much of anything, though, because I am a very boring person. And struggling with the motivation to stream is a thing again, because of course it is.
Well,
We've already done that episode. We're not going to do that episode as a rehash quite yet.
Well, and you also...
And it happened.
I'm not going to mention, obviously, the specifics, but obviously...
There are certain things going on that are
Yeah.
causing stressors, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also what could be attributing to your lack of stream.
That's part of it. That's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into that because, yeah.
That's very personal.
It is. It is.
Like, it will get personal on the show, but not that personal.
No, not that personal.
Molly, anything new on your end?
Do instruments of torture count?
Potentially.
Possibly.
Basically,
intrigued.
basically the partner I had before has another partner, and this partner was an asshole and abusive. So I could only hope that person who's with that douchebag now. I hope you see his red flag soon, because he's not a pretty nice picture, honey. You have a lot of shit coming to you. That's basically it. I'm not getting too into more, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going into full details, but let's just say he's a piece of shit. If he ever comes across this, hey dipshit, fuck you! I hate you! Anyway.
Yeah, we do not like you here.
Oh, away.
Do not want.
Drew, what's new on your end, buddy?
A whole bunch of nothing because I'm boring. The only highlight is I got the achievement for 100,000 kills in 14, and that's literally it.
Ah, fuck
Very
yeah.
nice.
Oh, speaking of 14, we'll dip over to that real fast.
Oh.
New DLC coming soon.
January 2027, I
Yes.
believe
Oh,
is what
yes.
I saw.
Evercold.
Yeah.
Bringing in...
I'm not sure how I feel about the evolved job system. That's confusing me.
You mean Heavensbringers?
Yeah, Heavensbringers.
I will say
Shadow
this.
Word.
I am curious
Yes.
to see what the new physical range DPS class is going to be and the new tank class is going to be, because they're apparently both going to be original new ideas.
From what I've heard, the dual shield is going to be the tank.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ratathan or whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, what's his name?
All his name days have come at once.
Huh.
Apparently,
I still need
that's
to-
gonna be the tank.
Last nervously, I still need to catch up. I'm in still post Endwalker, y'all. But I saw it and I've sent it to people that play 14 and that I'm close with. So I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm like, need to catch up. I'm not even in Dawn Trail on my actual main character. I need to catch up. I need to grind. Well, I've been very lacking motivation-wise main story. Like, I've been burnt out. Like, I've been just mostly taking G poses.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I was talking with Eric about this. What was it? When did you call me yesterday?
About 2 days ago, I want to say.
Okay, where I was just like, yeah, I'm
Friday.
just burnt. I'm not burnt out, but I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna do this MSQ, and then I'm gonna do my hunt train, and I'm done.
Yeah, I just can't get back into it. Dawn Trail was that bad for me. The story for Dawn Trail is just... It could have ended, like, you know, when we finished the trial.
Yeah.
It could have ended there, but no. It felt like it was dragged on. All the problems that people had with Stormblood saying, oh, it's so badly written, that was me with Dawn Trail. 5 out of 10. So I don't think I've even finished 7.2 yet? Yeah, no, I don't think I finished 7.2 yet.
I haven't even like started post Dawn Trail yet.
I'm over
It's-
here waiting for the newest thing because I'm caught up.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, you want to do it? Do you want to do the story for me?
Not again, thank you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's like no, no, no,
No.
no,
No.
no.
Wait, there are some very good moments, but to get to them, no, not again.
Absolutely fair.
Well, entirely fair.
But
I'm kind of curious to see where the story could go. I mean, I'm not obviously caught up, but I'm curious to see where it could go.
it could be interesting.
Could be.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do after Dawn Trail.
Only one way to find out, and that's just to wait until
Yeah.
January next year. But also, somebody pointed this one out too, that the gap between, oh hey, here's like the trailer for it and here's the release day, like that gap is so huge.
They are completely overhauling the entire game, though, from what I've seen.
That is true.
Yeah.
They're going from a daily to a weekly. Apparently, you only have to grind one class for your item level now. It's all going to be tied together somehow. At that, I don't understand how that's going to work.
There is one thing that Drew and I were talking about this the other day. We were talking about how they're going to open up. I think it's something that I believe you told me, Drew, was they're opening up. Instead of it being like, oh, for example, you're on the Primal server, you can like connect to people in the Primal server.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah. All of North America.
You're connecting with all the North American server.
Yeah, it's regional matchmaking is what they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which honestly, if it makes queues faster, I'm fucking in.
It worked for Guild Wars. They called it the meta server.
Yeah.
Where basically every server on the that region is all connected together.
If it makes it easier, I'm fucking in, dude. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's still going to be absolutely swamped with people playing the new classes, so
Oh god, yeah.
healers are going to be in high demand.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I might pick up Sage again.
Perhaps.
But yeah, that's it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
But we have an entire fucking rest of a year to get
over a year.
Yeah.
Or almost a year.
just about.
As I said before, it's like an early birthday gift to me. Woohoo!
Yeah.
It's true.
Hell yeah.
What's our topic, Trick?
Well, today's topic is
Segue.
kind of a double edge. That was a rough segue.
Look, all right.
But I mean, there's no really way to go
Like
into it.
they can't all be winners.
Yeah.
We can't all have easy segues into this shit. Yes, thank you.
You just got brud.
Bruh.
Thank you, man.
Welcome.
So, today's topic is going to be a double. It's going to be pressures and motivations. Which I'm realizing that I'm the one in our crew who does the serious topics, apparently.
So far, anyway.
So far.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have
no,
the big one
I
coming
started
up.
balance.
Yeah, you did start balance.
So not
I'm
all.
going to be doing the big one, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, the huge one that we haven't gotten to yet. Yeah, that's gonna be a huge
We have talked about that will be the mental health episode.
Yes.
We have mentioned that a few times. That is a serious topic.
Very serious.
But this one's also kind of serious with a little bit of fun to it. So, pressures of life. Things like, society's putting pressures on you to have a job or contribute to society somehow, right? Things like that. So, kind of how to deal with those, ways that some of the pressures that are out there, some of the pressures you'll have to deal with. I mean, you're going to have social, societal, all things like that, right? Maybe there's personal pressures, maybe there's familial pressures. But there's also, like, motivations and, like, little little things that keep you going, if that makes sense. Like the way that you get through the day. Could be, your games, books, any habits, hobbies, anything like that. Do you collect stuff? Things like that. It's just this will be kind of going over some of those, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, Eric is actually starting into that again, rejoining the workforce. That's one of the pressures. So, I don't really know how we can go more into this. How do we want to talk about this?
I would say let's start with kind of breaking it down, because you said obviously societal, familial, social, things like that. What is it each of us give an example of one of those particular pressures, I guess, that we've experienced in our lives.
Yep. I'd say that would be a good way to do it. Well, if you have a job, you're gonna work with people you hate.
Well, this is true. I mean, and that's the thing with any job too, is that any job you work, there's gonna be that one person that's gonna be a dick.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always gonna be that one, but there's nothing you can do about it because they're there for the same reason you are. Thing is, you can do things to kind of work around or ignore them even. That kind of comes into those little rewards and things of how are you doing it? What's your motivation? What are you gonna do to avoid those problems? And I mean, sometimes it's just grin and bear it and relax at the end of your day.
True.
For some people, that's games, maybe collecting stuff, painting minifigs.
Just don't get me started. Drag me back into this.
Hey, there's a pressure for you right there.
Fuck, don't you fucking drag me back into this, goddamn Trick.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot to it. I mean, it's almost too much to cover, so we're gonna try and focus on a couple of smaller things. Which ones do we want to focus on here? Work, societal, social, familial, things like that.
I mean, we can start with let's start with familial.
Familial?
Because I mean, we all have obviously had different upbringings in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants to start that chain bomb?
Oh boy. I mean, I guess I can, since this is my topic.
Okay, go ahead. And I'm gonna hold myself for last on this one, just because I am writing in our group chat right now the topic list. So that is why I'm remaining quiet for at least a moment.
If you have it in a notepad, you can just
I don't have it in
Oh.
an actual notepad. I have the ones that we've done so far, not the ones that we have. So the list that I have in this notebook, I'm currently putting in our Discord. But start anyway, Drake.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I was born in the Midwest. I've been in the Midwest my entire life, so I've got the family first upbringing, and the whole problem with that is I've gone into it with Eric a couple times. I've got problems with my family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the classic family values of family comes first. I always feel like I have to do right by my family, but it's really difficult. And sometimes I just don't really know how to face it. I mean, if you're in the Midwest, you probably know the ideas of what I'm talking about here, because so putting it simply, I'm pagan, but my family is very Christian, Catholic, those people who hyper force their religion on you. And I kind of have to almost lead a double religion, if that makes sense. I'm not really obviously leading it, but like I have to almost have two belief systems, just because of how I am personally and how my family has always been. It's. I know this is getting into the religious topic, but I am in the Midwest. It is a very important thing in the Midwest.
Well, right. And as I mentioned before, like if we have to dip our toes into the religion aspect, we have to. It's the political aspect I want us to stay completely the fuck out of.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to stay as light on it as possible because, you know, but it is also a massive thing in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Especially because I live in the Bible Belt.
Yeah. Especially small town Midwest.
Yeah, small town Midwest. Like, kind of moving on from that, I mean, like, there's also, like, be kind to your neighbor, and that is both a social thing and a familial thing because that's how I was raised. I live in the Midwest. I am from the Midwest. I am Midwest. But, like, sometimes it's just difficult to, you know, be kind to them, if that makes sense, because sometimes they're just, you know, not great people.
Yeah.
And I have to follow my upbringing because, I mean, it's just what you do. Most of the time, it's just what you don't know, or you don't know any better, or any different, I guess would be the better way to say it. And there's obviously a lot of pressure there, you know? I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about to some extent. Guess that's my piece on it.
I mean, and you're not wrong either, because, like, I guess you could kind of pair it together with not only familial pressure, but also religious pressure.
Yeah.
Because that is also a pressure that, you know, I've got a lot of friends that obviously have different religious beliefs, and that is a huge pressure.
It is. But at the same time, it's like, that is a big part of who you are, because that is part of your upbringing. It's part of, like, how you were raised and really what you know.
Yeah.
I mean, every religion has its own good values, like, you know, love thy neighbor, cherish thy family, things like that. But that's just, in all honesty, I don't even, like, equate that to religious. I just equate that to being a good person. You don't have to be a Christian to be a good person. Yeah, it's humanitarian. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But that's a big part of it, is like, family is a big part of that, because like they're the ones who teach you that as a child, and that's what you learn and how you, like, grow and establish yourself. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Molly, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
I wanted to make sure you were still there.
If I wasn't here, I'd be dead.
I would hope.
We'd rather not have you be that.
Same.
Right.
I'm going to die, is what you're saying. Okay.
Don't?
Well,
I mean, we all are one day.
Sorry about that, guys. Wesker came into my room and took over my little computer.
oh, God.
But no, I totally understand what you mean, because obviously, like, that kind of pressure is huge.
It's always there. Go for it.
I mean, I can talk from a No, actually, this is actually a really good perspective I can kind of throw on here too. Is that because I'm not wrong when I say this either? It's also familial pressure. Is now I know that of the 4 of us in this call, obviously 3 of us have siblings. But familial pressure by obviously siblings, whether they're obviously older, or younger, they're obviously held with a different regard.
Yep.
For a good...
I can't really say anything because most of my siblings, the age difference between myself and the next youngest is the age difference between Eric and I. So my siblings were kind of not there, but there at the same time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because Drew's family is huge.
Yeah, between 2 marriages, I am the 10th.
My siblings were old enough to really bully me when I was a kid, so I mean, I had to deal with that. But that's a different type of pressure. That is also, that's gonna fit more into the mental health, because bullying is also a big part of that.
Yeah.
And that's why there's also a part of this that I'm not going to go into, obviously, because that will
It'll be covered.
Mental health.
It will be covered.
Yeah. But, like, for example, I have an older brother. He's only older than me by a year and a half. But he's, he was, he did sports in school. He joined the military. He does this, that, and the other, and, for the longest time, he was the golden child. As much as my parents like to say that he wasn't, and that, obviously that, this, that, and the other, but, it was clearly shown.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you could go into, my parents' living room at one point in time, not anymore, but you go into my parents' living room at one point in time, and there was, here's his accomplishments and stuff on the wall, and only thing of me on the wall was the family photo and my class picture. That was it.
And that puts immense pressure on you to, like, make you feel like you have to almost live up to that.
And
even though, in truth, you don't.
And that was the thing, too, is that, like, because obviously we went to the same school, we went to the same high school and everything. When I finally got to high school, because he was 2 grades ahead of me, because I had gotten held back, people were assuming I was just going to be a carbon copy of him.
Yeah.
Like, you're just basically do the same things that he did. Are you going to do this? You're going to do this? I'm like, no, I'm not interested in anything that he's fucking doing. I'm doing my own thing. I'm being my own person, and people would not refer to me by my name, but refer to me as basically, like, his nickname, but... Yeah, like his nickname throughout school, but also with, just Minnie in front of it. So, like, obviously, I'm not going to go into it, but, like, Minnie, this, and people didn't finally start calling me by my name until after he graduated. Which I was finally my junior year by the time people started actually calling me by my name.
Which is unfortunate. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But, like,
yeah.
It really applies a lot of pressure to you because you feel like you have to live up to them, and then pressures like social, societal, all things like that. They're all pressuring you to be him at that age, and it's just you want to be your own person. You want to come into your own self because you want to be you.
And despite everything, with the fact that people thought I was going to be, this carbon copy, I stayed true to myself the whole time.
And that's amazing.
That's
you
good.
stood up to that pressures.
Look, I wasn't going to do the stupid shit that he did. Now, granted, there were stories, and I can't wait for that episode, There are stories that I could tell, about, like, we didn't learn certain things about our family until after high school. So, for example, my dad did a lot of stupid shit back when he was in high school. Yeah, Drew knows some of these stories.
It's like if half the shit you told me was true, yes.
Oh, no. All of it's true.
That's fucking
There
awesome.
are accounts for everything. Like, there are people who can back up every single story that my father has told me. And he didn't tell us these stories until after we were out of high school. There's a fucking reason why.
Yeah, I wonder.
Trick, the only one I'm going to tell you is, and this is the only part you get to know until we finally get to that episode, or at least until I tell it after maybe this recording and everything, is that my dad woke up on a beach in Miami at one point back in his high school year.
Oh yeah, that story.
Mind
Oh,
you,
dear.
we lived in Nebraska. How the fuck did he get to Miami? As a sophomore in high school. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere
Oh,
around that.
okay. The 80s. Shit happens in the 80s.
Yeah.
Mind you, that my grandfather, rest his soul, was he was a reverend.
Yeah.
So really piece that one together real fucking quick.
That's
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's like, how did he... But that's a story for another time. Back to the topic. But yeah, no, but that sibling pressure is one of those things that's a huge familial pressure. And, I could go on with my experiences, but a lot of those experiences are also going to be in the mental health episode, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna have a lot of crossover with the mental health episode, honestly.
Oh,
I'm realizing. But
Oh,
that's okay, because that'll be another good episode and a good time to cover a lot of what we can't really cover here.
Yes. And that one will be hit with a huge trigger warning.
Yes, it will. Yes, it absolutely will.
Fucking will. Molly, you got any familial pressures?
Yeah, unlike the rest of y'all, I was born as the only child of both my parents. So I had the pressure of being not only the good child on the side of the family for so long, until my cousin on my mom's side showed up. So I was pretty much spoiled. I will admit I was a spoiled bitch. Sometimes
Same.
my parents spoiled me a little, but ever since my cousin came, no offense to my cousin, we'll call my cousin A. No offense to my cousin A. A was everything I want to be. A was entirely smart. They literally got to do smart ass shit. Literally, they got to graduate high school early. They don't have any learning disabilities. They don't have ADHD. They had everything I wish I had. And I don't resent them, but I'm kind of jealous of it. Everyone's like, "Oh, hey, you are so awesome. You're so talented," because they are even talented in art, and I always loved to draw. And then when I compare my art is shit compared to A's, and I'm like, and then everyone's like, "Oh, we love you too." And then when I see my grandfather, I love my grandfather. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the greatest to me. But I wanted my grandfather to attend my graduation, and this still pisses me off to this day. So my family is spread out across the United States, and I wanted my grandfather actually there for my graduation, and I officially said, "Can you come to my graduation for high school?" And he told me no. He's like, "I'm sorry, I don't think I can, blah blah blah," and I understood, but the thing that makes me have a low blow, and it hurts to this day, is that he went to my cousins instead of mine.
Ooh.
And I was the first ever, and my cousin's adopted. For those who don't know, she's adopted. And I'm like the full-blooded grandchild on my mom's side. And obviously that hurt even more to me, because I've known, and my cousin never met my grandmother because my grandmother passed before she was even a thought. And I wish she got to meet her, because my grandmother, she would have loved you guys. She would have been soft-spoken, but she had sass. If I had to explain a funny story of her, I would. And basically, she's what kept my grandfather grounded and would have stood up for me. But my grandfather moved on too quickly into his next relationship. Like, if I told you guys how fast he moved on from my grandmother passing away, you guys would have been flabbergasted as well. He moved on in a week and already started seeing another woman right after she passed. So obviously, no offense to her, I'm going to call her S for her actual name. So S wanted me to call her grandma, and I'm no offense to her, she will never be my grandmother. She will never be, and I will still call her S. And my grandfather did not like that. And I did eventually see him for my graduation gift because my aunt, Kay, and the funny thing is, my mother and my 2 aunts all have K's in their name. And I'm not even joking on this. And Eric can back me up on this.
That I can.
So my aunt Kay, the oldest Kay, like, wanted me to visit for my graduation, and my grandfather was like, they cooked my favorite meal, and then of course I was like, you can call me grandma. And I'm just like, and I told her straight up, no thank you. And feeling the pressure of being in my cousin's shadow does not help much, and it doesn't help that my dad's side of the family, I barely hear from them at all since they live all the way in fucking Alaska. So I don't even hear from them. Well, my mom's side of the family is like all over the place. So I'm just like, I feel like my aunts and my aunts don't really care for me. They say, oh, we love you, and they try to reach out. The only one who I really do think gives a shit about me, my aunt-wise, is my oldest aunt, Kay. The oldest Kay. Because she actually tries to get to know what I like, while my other one is over-religious as shit, and she is senile, and she treats my mom like shit. And I do not like that woman at all. And she's over-religious, so I feel the pressure. She's like, talking all things about Christianity and stuff, and I'm not personally that either, trigger warning. But I'm not going to go overboard on that. But it's just feeling pressure from different sides of familial. It's a different way. Not only that, but peer pressures of having ADHD and health issues can really do a number on your mental health. And I still struggle with that to this day. So, yeah. I rambled way too much, but there we go.
No, you're fine.
No, you're good, because
You are
I'm gonna be
perfectly
short and
fine,
sweet.
Like, all of what you said, yeah, absolutely. Like, everything from familial pressures to things like physical health, mental health, it all compounds, and it applies more and more pressure in and of itself, and it just gets to be almost unbearable. But like, having people that you can talk to about it, I mean, I'm kind of drifting into the mental health episode a little bit there, but yeah, having someone to talk to about these pressures and things, it helps.
It really does.
It does, but at the same time, I love my family dearly, but at the same time, they pretty much downplay it.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks about being an only child. My parents wanted more kids, but due to my health issues when I was born, they decided to have no more kids after me. So, and it didn't help that my mom told me this straight off the bat when she's like, oh yeah, we wanted a boy, but when we found out you were a girl, we wanted you just as much. I'm like, you still wanted the other gender, so you kind of putting pressure on me with the gender norms too.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bit of a tomboy. Damn. I'm a bit of a tomboy, and I love being a tomboy. I love video games. I'm more like my dad that way. I'm quiet, reserved, and it doesn't help that more trauma here, more mental health shit go brr. It doesn't help that, but it doesn't help that when you get bullied, it really does damage your self-esteem. It really damages you, and it hurts like crazy. And before, I was like a talkative son of a bitch. when I was little. I would have talked your ear off with, this is before I was diagnosed with ADHD. And I would have talked your ear off. I was rambling. I would talk to, but as I grew older and people bullying me constantly about my looks, my how whispering how weird I was due to my eye condition, all that kind of shit, and people saying I was a freak and telling me to, big trigger warning, off myself because of that. You can go really quiet really quickly and go into shut-in mode around new people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and people say, and this is of something that, since we're going to family, like comparing, saying, people always expect me to be my mother of all things, because my mom's outgoing, she's loud, she's obnoxious. Everyone in my family loves her for that. And then there's me. I'm more like my dad. I'm quiet, I'm reserved, and I keep to myself. And people, and my grandfather particularly, wants me to be like my mom. And it's like, well, why isn't Molly doing this? Why is she not talking? Why is she not doing this? And my mom does help slightly, but it doesn't help that I'm being compared to my own mother when I really want people just to see me and not be my mother. Because I'm constantly reminded of being a black sheep of my family, even though my parents say I'm not. I feel like I am because of my cousin A, because I'm overshadowed with over her successes, and everyone praises her for doing shit like she graduated early, she's so smart, she got into, she could go into college with all her smarts with no trouble at all. And then there's me, I struggle with math, I have ADHD, I have all this health problems, and I'm overlooked by even the family that claims to be loved by me. The only people who really give a damn about me is my dad and my mom and Eric here.
Hi.
And that's what, and my small group of friends I have. But even then, I'm mostly shut in, and I'm scared to speak up to people because of my trauma from my family, and other friend groups destroying my mental health even more. So that's what, and my abuser. So I'm not very talkative anymore. I mostly keep to myself and scared to meet new people because I don't want to be hurt again.
That's absolutely understandable.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's my take on that. Continue.
That's showing that there is a lot of pressure that you're trying to live up to. But you know what? We like you more than A, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drew, now it's your turn.
Well, fuck, compared to you three, I had an idyllic childhood. I was raised an only child because the age difference, and I was the sole product of their second marriage. So I had my pressure was to go to school and do well in school, because we bought that dream of do well in school, everything will be great. Everything's not great. The millennial dream is a lie. But yeah, I wasn't compared to any of my siblings. Fuck, I know 3 or 4 of my siblings at most.
Yeah.
I think I know more of my nieces and nephews than my actual half brothers and sisters. But there were no pressures growing up whatsoever. There were no pressures as I became an adult. Like, I guess I had easy street.
Sounds like it compared to us, but like,
Yeah.
you also still had to deal with some of those pressures.
Yeah.
I mean, like, maybe not to the extent, obviously not to the extent that at least some of us have, but I mean, you still have had to deal with them, and like, you understand that they exist.
Yeah, like, worst I can say is I come from old stock, so I had to be, the good kid, the well-behaved kid.
Yeah.
That's about all I got.
I mean, not everybody has the same pressures. That's a big part of it. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
It all depends on your parents, too. Like,
yeah, exactly. It all shapes who we are and who we turn into. And
yeah.
if it weren't for our upbringings and the pressures that we faced that as we were growing up, we wouldn't be who we are. And that's an important thing to remember is no matter what, your life made you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you can look and kind of use to help yourself face those problems. But, I mean, there's other things, like you can use some sort of distraction, like a hobby or something, like, you know, a game, a book, collecting rocks, I don't know.
Shiny rock.
Oh,
Shiny
pet rocks, let's go.
Sorry,
I mean,
penguin brain kicked in.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now be sure to give Molly the shiniest rock.
Yeah, she
That's the
needs
plan.
the shiniest.
That's the plan.
So what are some of the things that help you face those pressures or like distract you from the shit in life?
I mean,
Don't
video
everybody
games.
talk at once.
I mean, so I'll start this one. For me, it's video games. It's always been video games. It's always been my escape from, you know, obviously I'll touch more on all of this stuff in the mental health episode, but my escape has always been video games because I've had such a, I don't want to say challenging upbringing, because when I look back at it now, I didn't really. But there were challenges I had outside of my upbringing that brought me to where I am today, in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
and I mentioned this to Drew over the phone just the other day, and this is a very fine point, is that, like, you know, another thing to throw onto this topic is obviously what keeps you going. You know, like,
Yeah.
what is it that keeps you going? What keeps you grounded? What keeps you going? And I mentioned this to Drew, and this is arguably the hardest thing I have probably ever said in my life.
Yeah.
But it's true. And Drew can agree to me on this, because as I mentioned.
Yeah, and I fully
Yeah.
agreed with you because it's the same for me sometimes.
Yeah. See, the thing is that, like, what keeps me going? It's very simple. I keep going because if I don't, no one else will. If I don't keep going for myself, nobody else is going to keep going for me. So I
Yeah.
have to keep going.
Yeah.
Are there
I
times where shit's bad? Yeah. There's always times
Yeah.
where shit's bad.
Are there
But
days when I wake up and don't want to go to work? Yeah.
Yeah. Are there days where you just don't want to get out of bed? Yeah.
They
Yeah.
happen.
But at the
They
end,
happen.
But yeah, and they do. But here's the thing: is that this is gonna obviously. There's a lot more to this. I'll add on at the mental health episode, because Trick knows I could. I mean, Trick and Drew both know I could go on about this for a while.
I think
Especially-
I'll be able to once I get more comfortable with y'all. Like,
Yeah.
that's a thing with me. Like, I have to be comfortable with
I
people.
mean, you're comfortable with me.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. I'm
I've
warming
only
up.
known you for a fucking decade, Drew.
Damn near.
But, you know, I'm still here. Because I choose to be. Simple as that. But my
You're still
escape-
standing?
Yeah, I'm still standing. Thank you, Elton John.
I was like, thank you,
Exactly.
Sir Elton.
Thank you, Sir Elton. But yeah, no, gaming is my escape. I go to games because, well, reality fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Fuck reality. Reality sucks. I'm going to the video game world.
I mean, it's a form of escapism.
It
Which,
is.
I mean, I could go in deep on escapism on the mental health episode. I'm sure all of us could.
Oh, I'm sure we all will.
Like,
Yeah.
putting it simply, I mean, like, a lot of people who play MMOs to escape the shit world. But, I mean, that can also kind of lean more towards political because,
Well,
at least for Americans, shit has gone sideways.
and that's as much as we're saying about that.
Yeah, that's all the more
Yeah.
I'm saying on that.
Yep, that's as far as we're going with that one.
Yep, that is the most political
Yes.
that I will
But
ever
also,
be.
I'm gonna dip a toe in real quick, just because video games has also been a part of our lives. But it's also like for Trick and myself, and soon obviously to be Molly and everything, is that this is part of our career.
Yeah.
Like Trick, you and I have made gaming a part of our career. I've been doing it since 2009. Well, technically 2012, but it's been earlier than that. But there's no records of that. Because
Fair.
that's a long time ago shit.
Yeah.
But I've set up working on different a number of different projects and everything. From different Let's Plays to I used to actually have an original podcast series that I was doing. Had 2 podcast series. It was a monthly podcast where I had a special guest every month. That's actually where I got a chance to interact with a couple big names on YouTube, with actually 3 big names on YouTube, with that being Caleb Hiles, Cammy Cat, and also the amazing Brando.
Nice.
Which was interacting with all 3 of them was awesome. Caleb had been back on the podcast at least 4 other times after his first episode.
Speaking of which, I went back and listened to the episode where you had Caleb and Cammy Cat on at the same episode.
Oh.
Holy shit, that was a good one.
Oh, it's incredible. Because we had such a great time.
Yeah, you guys were having a blast.
We were having a blast, and then I had Caleb on, I think, 2 more times after that. The last one of the monthly podcasts was when I had just moved into the duplex with my, at the time, she was just a girlfriend, but, my now ex-wife and everything.
Are you talking here in town? Not even 2 years ago?
Well,
No shit.
No, I moved there back at the beginning of 22.
Okay. I thought it was
Let me double check that. Actually.
the last time when we did D&D.
No. Let me do a quick double check on that because I can. It was beginning of 22 was when I moved into that duplex.
Dang.
Yeah, so we weren't there that long. We were only there for about a year. And then, obviously shit went south. But, that's a different story for another time. That's way too personal to tell on a podcast.
Yeah. That's a you story.
That's a
That's an off-stream story.
Story time,
if
yeah.
anything.
story time. I'm kidding. But no, setting up different, the monthly podcasts end up kind of falling apart because of just different aspects of that. Ian, Mandy, and our friend Anthony, we actually had a weekly podcast we were going to be doing called The Weekly Grooky. Or it was actually called The Weekly What? Because it was during COVID and we wanted something to do where we could all hang out, and, well, that fell apart after 3 episodes.
I mean, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that this podcast has stayed as long as it has. But we all, in a way, we all chip in with our own individual bits with all this.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can't, and sometimes that happens. It is what it is.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Yeah.
we are all here. We're all having fun.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, and those are all some projects that. Those are some projects that would just keep us going. I mean, that's on Eric's end at least.
That's my
for me. Yeah. I mean, for me, I have a ton of books. I read a lot. I absolutely love reading. That's funny, Drew. That's really funny.
You're welcome.
I collect magic cards. I think I've said I read 4 times now. I have the complete collection of Edgar Allan Poe. I have tons and tons of books. But I also play a lot of games. I honestly do collect shiny rocks.
Shiny
rocks! It all just helps. It's little distractions, little bits of escapism, and just helps me feel better. at the end of the day, coming home and just sitting down to play some sort of game or like read a couple of chapters of a book, like it helps a lot.
In the time that I've known you, Trey,
Yeah.
so like, you also work such long fucking hours too. But your sleep schedule is like, I get up, you go to bed.
I work second shift.
Yeah, you work from like what, 3 to 1?
3 to 1. 3 to 1, but only 4 days a week.
3 is when I'm hitting that wall. Like, why isn't my shift over yet?
3 is when I'm going in, clocking in, and getting into work. My day's just starting.
Eric knows about that afternoon wall in the hospital.
Oh god, don't fucking remind me.
Where you just hit it, it's like, why? Why am I still here?
I hit that shit about 2.
That's fair.
You gotta hit that wall full sprint.
Oh yeah, you hit that wall, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
And man, you hit that wall and it hit hard. But like,
That's about 10:30 for me, I think.
yeah.
Is
That's
the
usually
wall-
about 10:30, 11 is usually about the time you message me saying I want to fucking go home.
I wanna go
That's
home,
about the time where I'm
man.
moving in my bed. Like, I have to be up at 5. Why?
Oh no.
It's just like, oh,
You have to be up at 5? That's when I'm going to bed.
the fuck it is! I've seen you go to bed at 7 a.m., fucker.
Oh, I miss
That's
those
mostly on
days.
Thursdays.
That's also fair.
But again, I work second shift, so that's when I'm getting, my normal time. I sleep it during the day. I'm realizing that my work schedule is kind of turning me into a vampire, so
I mean, you're
That's how it
only
felt when I did
partially-
night shifts.
yeah. I like it, though. Because it's less people that I have to interact with.
I mean, to be fair, that's how I kind of felt when I was doing overnights at the truck stop. Was I only did overnights on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but fuck, was that shit just like, yeah, I hit that wall about 2 a.m., like 2:33 a.m., and then like once that wall got over, once it hit about 5 a.m., it's like, okay, start kind of preparing. 6 a.m. hits, shit hits a fan.
Yep.
Because that's when everybody's getting up, everybody's going to work, and that's when everybody decides they want fucking everything.
Yes.
Yep.
And by God, they're gonna pick your gas station.
Uh-huh. Well, to be fair, I'm not gonna obviously name the station, itself and whatnot, but
Yeah.
because that's giving them credit for things.
Its location kind of sucked for
It
that
did.
too.
And hiring out there was also, bottom of the fucking barrel, because, it's Midwestern Nebraska, you ain't finding shit.
Like, it ain't
Yeah.
much better here in the bigger city, which is only bigger by what, like a factor of 10?
No, difference between the two cities was a good couple thousand.
Okay, so not even a
Yeah,
factor of 10,
no,
like a factor
not-
of 2.
Not overly huge, mind you, but like it, and like so this is just it's a work related one too, a work related pressure, if you will, was when you work at a truck stop and you're the only guy on the night shift with a team full of women. That puts a lot of more pressure on you, and I'm not meaning that in a form of like man versus woman kind of way. But truck stops are sketchy as shit. We know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
I've been in worse truck stops than that one, but yes.
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 But like, so obviously, they can't, can't send a woman out to obviously go take care of the trashes or anything, because what if a trucker decides to come up and just go, oh, okay, you're mine now, bye.
Hey, silly question for you, Eric.
That's terrifying.
Did you have lot lizards out there?
Yep!
Nice!
And you know what would happen anytime we saw one?
Oh my God, that's fucking awesome.
Oh no, you
Go
know what
on.
would happen? Here come a
Go
depopo.
Ha!
Yeah.
Because that's what we had to do. We had to call the cops on.
Yeah, makes sense.
Checks out.
I was just curious because of where it's at.
No, yeah, it wasn't often, but there were some there, and you'd see them, and you would know, and you'd have to make a phone call. I had to blacklist a few people. I had to actually like ban a couple people from that location too. But that's a story I'll tell outside of this because that gets kind of not so much personal, but that does breach some things.
It gets a little spicy.
Oh, it about fuck near did. Oh, there was there was about some fists to be thrown, and I know who was winning.
Oh.
I'll explain it. Remind me after we're done with this episode, and I'll explain that story because it's actually really fucking funny.
I will type in chat. I can spell.
I know how to spell.
I claim I do.
It's not okay. It was not a lot lizard story, but it's relating.
You're gonna circle back to it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So that's work-related pressures that I've got. I've also worked like a number of different fucking jobs too.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
can't,
you have.
go. I could go across my entire work history from 2015 to, obviously now, and I could tell some stories that might end up with some phone calls.
Yeah, probably
don't wanna do
not
that.
a good idea to do those ones then.
No.
No,
Well-
especially in this modern day and age.
Well, and especially
Yeah,
with, Drew and I having worked for the same place.
For
Too
too
damn
many
long.
times.
Too damn long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So,
That thunder.
is it?
Uh-oh.
I'll be fine. Whatever. I'll use my phone if the computer dies.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's also fair.
I mean, job pressures is, they're a thing.
Yeah. Anybody
You
else have any
gotta-
job pressures?
Obviously, I already mentioned it, but people that you don't like to work with, that you have to work with because they are part of the same company.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names, but you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. Like,
Well, and I know that,
that's
like-
just part of the job.
Right, and I also know that, like, there are some, depending on, obviously, the different careers, because I obviously know all the four of us all have different careers. I know part of the reason why Molly has stayed silent on this one is that she can't really talk about hers.
Yeah, hers is a little bit
Yeah.
more,
Yeah, I
Like,
can
I
talk
could say
about
some
my
things.
I can talk about the person I first started working with though, because she no longer works there though. I can't mention other aspects, but I can tell about the bitch.
If
I
you
mean, that's
want.
up to you.
Yeah, so I work at a school. That's all I'm gonna say. I work with kids with special needs. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But keep in mind, I never worked in a school district before, and somehow I still have my job. And I'm like, why am I still here? Anyway, and basically my first year, I never worked in school, so you would think, oh, they would let me go get. It would be, hey, this is your first rodeo. Don't worry if you make a mistake. It's okay to fuck up. You learn things every day from the job, and you still learn things from the job. Not this bitch! She put so much pressure on me, it made it so miserable to go to fucking work, and she literally told me 1 month in this job saying maybe this isn't the fucking job for you. And she made me fucking cry at the job, because she screamed at me because I made one tiny mistake in one instance, and I wanted to fucking kill myself each shift because she made my job so much hell.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will say on a good note, guess who still has her fucking job, even though she recommended I shouldn't be working in the same position, and who got fired? Fuck you, bitch! I'm still working, unlike you. Fuck you. Anyway, and I can say that
There's
with
some
confidence.
spice in that.
No, I hated her. And
There's
she
a
hated
little bit
me.
of bitter.
No, I hated her. She hated me. And literally, I will say this. This is something you guys are going to say. So, I used to have a cat named Pete. And my dad got in blood infection from Pete because he accidentally grazed my dad's foot by a little prick on the foot. And he did bite
Yeah.
my dad. It was just a little thing, accidentally pricking my dad on the foot because he tried to push him off the couch. That caused my dad to go have a blood infection, and it was spreading. So, and it was onto his knee, by the way. That's how fast it spread.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
So, obviously, I was panicked. So I told ahead of time the principal at the job I work. I'm like, yo, I'm going to leave slightly early to see my dad in the hospital because he got a blood infection. Is that okay with you? Oh yeah, Molly, that's fine. Go ahead. And then of course my mom sends me a message saying, oh yeah, your dad's fine. I tell the head teacher this, and she literally says to me, and I quote, you're going to still stay here, right?
What the hell?
Bruh.
And I'm like, no, I told principal name here that I'm going to leave to see my dad in the hospital. She still tried to push it, saying, well, you told me he's fine. You don't really need to see him. I'm going to see my fucking dad in the fucking hospital, and you're not fucking stopping me. I left
Some
anyway.
people are just...
And
Right?
I left
Oh.
anyway, and I got to see my dad in the hospital because fuck that lady. I hate her. Fuck you, W bitch. I hate you. I hope you fucking rot in hell, you wench. Oh, hell's too good for her. I hope she doesn't exist in the next life. That's better. That's better.
Yeah?
So yeah, I have pressures but yeah, the pressure of her putting pressure on me my first year at the job that I'm doing now, that I still have, still traumatizes me because I don't want to open up to coworkers as much anymore, because apparently my coworkers did not like when I, due to my tone sometimes. So because that head teacher had said, oh, so-and-so doesn't like you doing that, so from now on, I just want you to go, when somebody is telling you to do something.
Yeah?
Yeah, and not only that, basically, I apparently, and I told this lady I have ADHD ahead of the time, and she did something that was pretty much illegal. I'm just going to say that now. And I think she got fired because of that. Let's just say that. Yeah, so I'm glad she got fired because she was a dick.
Yeah,
That's probably why she... Yeah, and that explains why she's a woman, because she can't have no dick. Anyway, carry on.
Well, I mean, I completely lost my train of thought there. What the hell? Help.
Help. Help.
Happle.
Happle.
Hap.
I mean, let's see, what else do we got? I mean, we could always do a part 2 on this as well, because there's a lot.
There is definitely a lot. There's
Yeah.
definitely a part 2 for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. Because there's so much that we we haven't even discussed with this either.
Yeah, like, making plans with people and trying to uphold that as an introvert. It's without going into it, that shit's hard.
Uh-huh.
Challenge accepted, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cry in a corner now.
Yeah, same. I forgot to mention my comforts, but that's another story for another time. Oh, jeez.
I'll give a
It's all
comedy
good.
answer for my comforts.
Yeah?
We're all adults. We can buy alcohol.
Oh, hell yeah.
Joke's on
Well,
you,
yeah.
I don't drink much.
And
Same, actually.
and I'm not telling that story till the mental health episode.
As an Irish person,
Obviously-
I can approve of alcohol.
Yeah, obviously I game. I used to be really into fitness. Like, I would lift every day, I would treadmill every day. But now it's just like, no. I just want to sit here, dissociate.
Well, here's the thing, Drew, is that you used to be into fitness with weights and everything. Now you're trying to fitness pizza in your mouth.
I'm not going to talk about the half a pizza that's waiting for me after we're done here.
Lucky.
It's a Walmart pizza, so, 7 out of 10.
Take
I
it
mean,
easy.
still
Yeah.
It's still decent. Still a good snack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trick, you want to wrap this up?
Well, I mean,
We're at an hour 10, so I mean...
yeah, we are. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more that we can talk about with this.
Oh, yeah.
And we definitely will be doing a part 2 with this at some point, so I guess add it to the list.
Oh, it's already on there.
Oh, I see the edit now.
Yeah.
Nice.
I already fucking put that on there.
Yeah, you beat me to
This
it.
guy.
But yeah, obviously there's a lot more we can do. There's a lot more we can talk about with this, but for now, we're going to have to end it because we're at an hour. Or a little over an hour, rather. I will just say I thank you for joining us, and I guess next episode, eeny, meeny, miny, Drew. I'm going to put the pressure on you.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh.
Now,
It's your
I
turn,
might not
Drew.
be available next week, so also pick a secondary in case
Yes,
I
okay.
cannot
just in
be
case.
here
Yeah,
next
well,
week.
Yeah, let's have
Yeah.
just in case.
So for the secondary, Male.
okay.
Give people some a chance to host.
She hosted
Okay.
last one, too.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she did.
She did. She hosted the Would You Rather.
Yeah, the
She
very
did a
first
really
one
good
with the
job
4
with
of
that,
us.
too.
Did. Yes.
She did a really good job with that one too. So I would like to see what
Yeah.
else she can do for us.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So,
Cool.
But well, this was the Abyssal Chronicle. Another episode down. Thank you very much for joining us. Where can everybody find you, Eric?
His scream did not pick up, but I
I
heard it
know
on
it
my
beats my fucking mic.
he literally, in case you don't know, everybody, he's literally in the room, not that far from me.
Yeah,
I just
literally
hear.
There
I
is
just
a
heard-
door barring between Molly and Aaron.
That's
Well,
fantastic.
you can find me. You can
Nice.
find me mostly anywhere at Thunderstar5758. Feel free to say hi. I'm friendly. I don't bite. I can't really. And that's a fucking funny ass joke.
That's a good one.
I mean, look, I might be missing half of it, but like, I still gum your fucking ankle. Come here.
Hey, yo.
Like, I could like fucking move my bottom jaw in like a razor light motion. Anyway.
This guy.
Hey, I'm taking it in stride.
Ugh.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to at this point. At first I didn't, but you know, that's a different. That's for the mental health episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a long episode.
That is going to be a super episode.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
Sweet trigger warning the episode.
Trick, where can we find you?
You can find me at, well, basically everywhere at Trick Harlequin. Twitch, YouTube. I believe my Twitter is something else, but that's on my Twitch that you can find it there. So should be good to find me on that. Yeah.
Molly.
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube under Goddess of Eerie, and also Twitch as well whenever I decide to fucking stream. I also have a Twitter, but I mostly use that to commission art, but if you want to follow it, book it, do it. Don't be a stalker. Don't be creepy though. Unless you want to be creepy, then do it with respectable creepy. I like the creepy. Why do you think my name is Eerie?
I was going to say, don't be creepy,
Nice.
be eerie.
There you go.
Hi, Sam.
And Drew.
Drew, where can people find you?
On LiveJournal.
Oh, there you go. Hell yeah. I was not expecting that.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
well played,
You
sir.
fucking bastard.
Thank
That's
you.
a good
Thank
one.
you.
That's a you bastard.
Oh,
Well played. Well played.
very well played. I guess this is where we end then. Until next time, right?
Yep.
Till
Yeah.
next time. Bye bye, people.
Next time.
Chaos reigns.
Bye.